Good morning, children. Chapter 4 Overview. The first part we have finished pairs of angles. Today we are going to learn about the transversal and the angles formed. Transversal, a line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points, is called a transversal to the lines. A transversal makes 8 angles with two lines as shown in this figure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 angles are formed when two lines are intersected by a transversal. Understood? Now let us see what are corresponding angles. Angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2, angle 6, angle 3, angle 7, angle 4 and angle 8 are the corresponding angles. Now let us see what are alternate interior angles. What are interior angles first of all? 3, 4, 5, 6. Inside these two lines, the angles which are formed are interior angles, and the angles which are formed outside the lines, that is angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8, these are exterior angles. Now what are alternate interior angles? Interior, so these angles alternate. So angle 4 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles. Now let us see what are alternate exterior angles. Angle 1, angle 7, angle 2 and angle 8 are alternate exterior angles. Now interior angles on the same side of the transversal. This is a transversal. Same side of the transversal, angle 4 and angle 5, angle 3 and angle 6 are the interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Understood this? Exercise 7, you need to solve all the problems. Randomly I have picked one. Let us work out that one problem. So here exercise 7, fourth problem. ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. Find angle B, angle C and angle D. This is a question given. So here in the quadrilateral, when the pair of opposite sides are parallel, it is a parallelogram. So we can say that ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. And we know that in a parallelogram the opposite angles are equal. So angle C will be equal to 50 degrees. Angle C will be equal to 50 degrees. What is the reason? Since opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram. Equal in a parallelogram. Okay? Now let us take the next part, which is angle B and angle D. We have to find out they are going to be equal. But how to find out? In the properties of a parallelogram, you know that consecutive angles are supplementary. Consecutive angles are supplementary. Supplementary means what is the angle, children? It's 180. Very good. So since they are supplementary, angle B plus angle C will be equal to 180 degrees. Now let us substitute the values. Angle B you don't know, plus angle C you found it as 50 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Now angle B is equal to 180 degrees. Addition, when it is transposed to the other side, it becomes subtraction. So it is minus 50 degrees, which implies angle B is equal to 0 minus 0 is 0, 8 minus 5 is 3, 1 minus nothing is 1. So angle B you got it as 130 degrees. So angle B and angle D both are equal to 130 degrees. They asked you to find out the angle C, B and D. So you found all the values. Understood this, children? Copy in your homework books. Chapter 7 revision, let us begin. Chapter 7 is data handling. The overview of data handling is we are going to learn how to find the mean, average or arithmetic mean. There is a formula to find that. Arithmetic mean is equal to sum of all observation divided by total number of observations. The next one is median. Median is simply the middle observation. When all observations are arranged in ascending or descending order, in case of even number of observations, median is the average or of middle observations. Median is the average of middle observations. Okay. For example, if you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10. Okay. Count the number of observations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 observations, and already they are arranged in ascending order. So the middle value is going to be 5. So 5 is the median of this particular observation. If you have value 1 here, you are going to have 8 observations, and you have to take the average of these two, that is 3 plus 5 by 2. This is 8 by 2, which is equal to 4. 4 is the median for this particular observation. This is the way we are going to solve. Next, let us learn about mode. An observation of data that occurs most frequently is called the mode of the data. A data may have one or more values occurring. For example, in this particular data, you can see that one is appearing twice. So the mode of this particular data is going to be 1, because it is appearing more number of times compared to the other observations. Then the next part that we are going to learn is a bar graph. A bar graph is drawn on a graph sheet marking x and y axis, and the width between the bars should be the same. Bar graphs are made up of bars of uniform width which can be drawn horizontally or vertically. This is drawn vertically, or otherwise you can even draw horizontal bars with equal spacing between them. The length of each bar tells us the frequency of the particular item. We take convenient scale for the length of bar graph. Okay, now when we speak about double bar graph, when we want to see the production of rice, say in particular years, if it is to 2020 and 2021, okay, this is the production in 2020 and this is the production in 2022. Like this, if you want to compare, then you are going to draw the double bar graph. It represents two observations side by side. Then we learn about the pie graph. A circle is divided into sector. Each division is called as a sector to represent the given data. Angle suspended by the sector at the center of the circle is directly proportional to each observation. The angle formed in the circle here is 360 degrees, and that 360 degrees is divided into sectors. Understood, children? Now let us revise exercise 1. Let us look at the first question. The ages of players in a team are 16, 16, 16, 14, 17 and 18. Then find age of the youngest player. So to solve the first bit, youngest player's age. Youngest player's age is equal to, let us see which is the smallest age here. 14 is the smallest, so it is 14. Now they ask the oldest player's age. The age of oldest player is equal to, you know which is the greatest one in this, 18. So 18. Then they asked mean age of the players. They asked you to find the mean. What is the formula for finding out the mean? Arithmetic mean is equal to sum of all observations divided by total number of observations. Whenever you are asked to find out the mean, you have to write the formula. Okay, now let us find the sum. So it is 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 14 plus 17 plus 18 whole divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 players ages are given, so plus 6. Now let's add. Okay, 16. Let's write like this. You can write one below the other, or oral addition also you can do. This is 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. 19 plus 6 is 25. 25 plus 6 is 31. 31 plus 6 is 37. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 97. 97 divided by 6 we have to do. In the rough column, 6. 6 ones are 6. 6 twos are is 12. So we are going to take one time. This is 3. 7 comes down. 6 6 are 36. Subtraction, if you do, 1 is the remainder. If you keep a point, you can take a 0. So 6 ones are 6. Subtraction, if you do, the remainder is 4. Because point is there, we can take a 0 here. 6 table, will you get 40? 6 6 are 36 is the nearest to 1. Again the remainder is 4. Like that, if you keep on doing, you are going to get some more values. So let us stop here. It is 16.16. 16.16. Understood this, children? Copy in your homework books. So let us read the question. In a set of 4 integers, the average of the 2 smallest integers is 102. The average of the 3 smallest integers is 103. The average of all 4 integers is 104. Which is the greatest of these integers? Okay, now let us consider the 4 integers as, let the integers be A, B, C and D. A, B, C and D. They gave the average of 2 smallest integers. Average of 2 smallest integers. If I consider this as the smallest 2 integers, A plus B divided by 2 is equal to 102. This is the first condition that they have given. So if we simplify this, A plus B is equal to 2 into 102. A plus B is equal to 2 2s are 4, 2 zeros are 0, 2 1s are 2. So this is equation 1. The average of the 3 smallest integers is 103. So 3 smallest integers, I am taking it as A, B, C divided by 3 is equal to 103. So A plus B plus C is equal to 103 into 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 zeros are 0, 3 1s are 3. So A plus B plus C, you got it as 309. This is equation 2. Now let us read the third condition. The average of all 4 integers is 104. So A plus B plus C plus D whole divided by 4 is equal to 104. This implies A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 104. Division, when it is transposed to the other side, it becomes multiplication. 4 4s are 16, 6 and 1 carry, 4 zeros are 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 4 1s are 4. So this is A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 416. This is equation 3. Now let us subtract equation 2 and equation 1. Subtracting equation 2. Now equation 2 minus 1 we are going to do. A plus B plus C is equal to 309. A plus B is equal to 204. Subtraction. So A minus A, B minus B gets cancelled. C value you are going to get here. 9 minus 4 is 5. This is 0 and this is 1. You got C value as 105. Now let us subtract equation 3 minus 2. So A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 416. A plus B plus C is equal to 309. Subtraction, if we do A minus A, B minus B, C minus C gets cancelled, you are left with D. D is equal to 6 minus 9. So this becomes 0. 16 minus 9 is 7. 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay, so D value you got it as 107. Here in the question they have given that the sum of the smallest integers is given 102, smallest 3 integers is given. Here when you compare these two, the largest or the greatest integer is 107. Let's write that. The greatest integer is 107. 107. Understood this, children? Copy homework books. A question is given and they asked you to find out the mode. Most frequently occurring value for a set of observations is called the mode. Now let us see here. 125, 2 times it is appearing. So let's write 125. 140 is appearing twice. So let us write 140 centimeters. 125 and 140 centimeters. 98 is only once. 125, 155 is once, 174 is once. So here we got two values which are appearing equal number of times. So this data is called a bimodal data. Bimodal data. Understood? So here these are the ages of players which are given and you have to find out the mode for this. To find out the mode, the first thing that you have to do is arrange the data in ascending or descending order. So here you can see that the least value is 25 and it is appearing twice. Then 26, only once it is there. 27 you have 3 times. Then 28 is there 1 time. Then 29 once. 30 is once. 31 is given once. 33 is the highest age and it is 33. So now here what you have to do is find out the mode. Mode is the value which is occurring more number of times. So 27 is appearing 3 times. So the mode of the given data is 27. Understood this, children? Copy in your homework books.